Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for Sept of the Howling Winds. I'm gonna be like really blunt. Ryan just walks up to Sierra, like, sup, Rhea.
Hey, what's up, Ryan?
You know, I've been looking for you for days and now I forgot what it was I needed.
You know, I can totally fucking believe that. It shit happens to me all the time.
It does not help, by the way, out of game that he is smoking marijuana at this very moment. Like,
It's legal in Cali.
yup. He's just standing there, kind of like, it is late in the day. He's done his done today. So he's just kind of like, I remember what it was now.
Awesome.
I wanted to ask you about forming a pack.
Oh, yeah.
With you, by the way, not just in general.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
okay.
I was planning to ask you the same shit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Fucking groovy. Who were you thinking for a totem?
I was actually looking at Utena. Utena himself. Or herself. Or themselves. Does Utena identify?
I don't assume like Tana's gender.
You know,
I'm
that's
just
fair.
kidding. I'd like it.
May want to
Um,
ask at some point. We can definitely do that when.
would it
If.
be completely rude to ask Tana what gender it prefers to be identified as? Or pronouns it prefers?
I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely one of the more trivial things to ask a spirit.
I know we Tana can to get kind of wrapped up in some really just, you know, we kind of like to follow things through. But he's got curiosity. Fuck.
So yeah, that's why she brought it up.
His brows go up, so now he has to know which gender pronouns Octana prefers. I am way too high for this. He'll just shake his head like, I can't do this right now. Take a deep breath, let it pass.
Did you have anyone that you would want to bring along with you? Or us, rather, at this point?
Oh, he makes a face at the us like, oh. He'll shrug and say, uh, to be honest, I don't really know anybody around Sept that much. I mean, I hang with Kate, and I know Dazzle wants us in a pack together, but she ain't even cleared yet, so.
Well, packs can start with 2. It's fine. Are you particularly opposed to Utena?
No, I am not opposed to my own travel totem. He'll just kind of look at her like playfully.
No, that's
Unless
fair.
you want to follow Coyote, and I don't know anybody who wants to follow Coyote.
I don't know anything about Coyote.
Well, I mean, he'll think. I mean, I could, I could tell you what Coyote is like, but
Sure. I don't
I don't
mind.
know if. Well, give me 1 second to look up. I mean, I know Coyote is a totem. I just need to like get the specifics, so I'm looking it up.
That's fair.
I'll say, well, as you know, Coyote is very strong in my blood. He's a totem of he's a totem of cunning. I know that. Those that those that those that like to flex their minds and bend the rules without breaking them. I mean, he's a trickster spirit, you know?
Yeah.
I do know that he's not seen as the most wisest creatures, and when you take him as a totem, it tends to get mentioned a little bit when you going about in the eyes of the spirits. You lose wisdom with renown gains.
Yeah, I remember that, OC.
I know he's considered one of the more powerful totems to have, but not a lot of people want to put him. It puts you in good with the Coyote Changers. I know that. Okay, out of game, what Coyote gives you is you get +3 to your stealth dice pool, +1 to, okay, sorry, +3 to stealth, +1 to survival, +3 to streetwise, +1 to subterfuge. Coyote always has the ability to find the pack wherever they are. You don't have to purchase that. But when you subtract 1 from temporary wisdom when your rewards are received.
Ooh, okay, that's brutal for Sierra.
That and Nuisha will be prone to liking you, but he doesn't come with a ban.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Coyote has no ban, but you do lose 1 point of temporary willpower. That being said, you get +3 stealth, +1 survival, +3 streetwise, and +1 subterfuge. And he'll always be able to find you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a background cost of 7 points.
Yeah. Sierra will say then, she'll say, okay.
I mean, I know he apparently gives his children a lot, but people don't see you as the smartest for following them.
All right. Well, before we make that decision, we should probably find out, kind of what we want to do once we kind of link up. I know I may not look like it. We'll kind of look down at herself and all like 5 feet of her. But my original idea with, following Uktena was to be a different kind of Warpack. One that uses more magic and spiritual means to kill everyone. That's, kill everyone that's, like worm, that's like of the worm and shit, like BSDs and Fomori, not like regular people, because that's not okay.
You know that Uktena he'll kind of look a little bit kind of like reluctant to say this, but this is legit. You know the Uktena don't mind getting a little flexible on. It's a dark totem.
I've done some pretty dark things, which is partially why Uktena calls to me a bit.
I mean, by all means, if you don't mind getting your hands messy using, the worm itself. I mean, he'll kind of bite his lip. He's not trying to say like straight up like, we tend to kind of like hold down the worm and things like that.
Yeah, Sierra's gonna actually, you know what? Sierra's gonna kind of rub her chin a little bit and say, you don't have to censor yourself, right? If you need to be brutally honest, I'm totally down for hearing that.
To be honest, the Uktena are a little bit more flexible when it comes to understanding the worm and the worm's power. It's not uncommon for Uktena to think that the worm is not the enemy, that it's the Weaver. That the Weaver has twisted and corrupted people into seeing the worm as the enemy to destroy those that would break her patterns. That the worm is just a force as the other members of the triad are, and to attack it is to embrace destruction, to turn, and that in order to turn it, you have to break the idea that the worm needs to be destroyed.
I won't say it's exactly like a lot of. It's not exactly the way that I see things and the way that I've learned from my tribe, but it's not necessarily a polar opposite. I'm not sure if you know as fierce, and I this is a thing for me too. I don't like the Weaver. I have dealt with pattern spiders one time because I had to. Didn't like it. It was weird. It was like logging into a fucking Windows fucking Vista computer.
Come on. I see where you're trying to go with Octana. And if you want to follow Octana, I'm happy to follow you on that. I don't necessarily think that you... I don't think that what you want to achieve is in line with what Octana wants, or where... Octana is about finding the lost things. And about the old ways and mysticism, and about... He'll shake his head. I know that if you follow Octana as a totem, you have to go into the worm's clutches and bring back ancient lores and artifacts and things of the such.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm not trying to punch you down to tell you I don't like your idea. It's just with what you're telling me you want to achieve with a pack. I don't know necessarily if Octana is the best totem for that, for what you're trying to do. If what you're trying to do is attack the worm, but so what I'm hearing you say is that you want to attack the worm, but sideways, not like everybody else does. Not just come at it quick, but come at it cunning.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be blunt. Coyote is a good totem for that, but I also don't want to make you think that I'm trying to limit you to what I know. Some other good totems for that are those that fall under the concept of cunning or trickery. He's working on like what spirit lore he knows, but these are also spirits of cunning, which again, he has Spirit Heritage 5 Coyote, so
Yeah.
he'll shake his head and he'll say, I think there's like Fox is one of them. He'll think like Goat is one of them.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I personally think, and I'm maybe look, the way I see it is nothing happens just for nothing happening. You know what I mean? If what you want to do is come at things from the side, and you want to take a different way of looking at things, then maybe it is upon each of our paths that you came across me, someone who is so tied to Coyote.
That's definitely fair. And you know, I we're I'll be honest. Were there more of my tribe mates here, we probably follow one of the spirits and one of the spirits closer to the Furies, one of the Gorgons, and you know I'm gonna be real. The Gorgons don't really work for this for some very obvious reasons.
How odd.
They can be some very angry women. Don't make sure I'm with you if you go and talk to one of them for any reason.
And if you want to follow one of the Fury totems, as long as they'll accept a fella, you know, I mean, I don't know if it matters with being, you know, I don't know if this matters or not. So shut me up if it does. I'm not a cis straight guy, you know, so no, I'm not like that. But
okay, well, the thing is, like, it's really interesting because Pegasus accepts women, period, end of story. If someone identifies as female, like down to their very core, they can definitely be a Fury. Sexual orientation isn't as much of a thing when it comes to that, though. Although, well, intersectionalism is a thing. So for the individual members of the tribe, hell yeah, it's a thing for us.
I mean, I see myself as a man. You know, I identify as sexual, like he's trying to think. Remember, he's a little bit older, so all of this is a little kind of like, you kids know all this stuff. I don't. He'll be like, I guess I'm like. So the way I think about it is like I'm a man, okay, but like that don't mean nothing. You know, that don't define nothing. That don't mean I gotta be a certain way or I gotta do a certain thing or, you know, I don't fucking like it makes me less of a man to wear nail polish or you know, I mean it's not my thing. I don't think anything if a girl wants to, you know, if a woman wants to, you know, put on a you know, men's clothing or whatever, that's, you know, I don't know, or if she wants to go out and become a welder and leave her man at home to raise the kids. I don't see why people gotta on the traditional gender roles of people, you know what I mean? I just don't see myself like I don't see myself as anything. I don't like I identify as a man. But I also think that what defines a man isn't like I guess what people traditionally consider to be what defines a man. He'll shrug like, does that make sense? Like,
it does, and that's a very positive thing, in my opinion.
not as far as my sexuality goes. I mean, if you don't mind me telling you, I mean, I guess I just don't care. You know, I mean, more times than not, I end up being with men, but I just, I don't know. I'm not like, kind of like being alone sometimes, you know, like I'm okay with not, I prefer intimacy over sexuality.
Okay, I can get that for sure.
And right now, to be honest, I'm focused on Kate. I don't, that takes to build the bond between us and to foster what she needs right now and to kind of to put myself in the role that I got to put myself in as her dad. I got to focus on that, you know, and I'm trying to keep my head clear and kind of think of what she needs right now and what I need to put across for her to have that strong foundation to help her to build some stability for herself. You remember when I first came here, I said I was going to help her do that.
Yeah.
And you know, if I don't, you know, If I ain't stable myself, if I don't have if I ain't got you know myself standing on a stable ground, I can't give it to her. So I don't really have time to. Relationships can create instability.
Yeah. So,
I'm
all
not
right.
smiling.
Okay, it sounds like there's more than a few ideas floating around right now, which is definitely good. Just because my original plan isn't the most ideal thing doesn't mean that I'm not open to different possibilities. We
Well,
can definitely.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Oh.
I was just gonna say we can definitely take our time to work out what we want to do and what we want to be and who we think would be the best for us.
If we do go to a Katana, then because the way I see it right now is with where you want to go to get the totem to match with the idea, then we have to shift the idea. To get to maintain the idea, we got to shift the totem. But that is only with what you presented right now. Obviously, it's going to evolve now that there are two of us involved, and we can bounce ideas off of each other. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, I personally don't think between you and I that I don't see the the talk people do over people following Coyote to be enough to warrant not following him. You know what I mean? I think that yeah, people will talk, but one that means you just got to put it out harder, and I don't ever back down from a challenge, and it means you got to show people that sometimes you're willing to take the harder road. That sometimes to achieve your goals, you're okay with people talking because you know what you feel and you know your conviction and you know what's in your heart. And sometimes it ain't always the easiest answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. How about this as a plan then? At the very least, regardless of what totem we follow, packs don't work unless they spend some time together and get to know each other. So we can at least start there and start letting things fall into place.
I'm fine with that.
Awesome.
Um, you want to see my maze?
Fuck it.
He'll walk with her, like through the sept a bit. They have to go into the Umbra to do it, but do we have to roll for it, or can we go to like the Karen Heart or something?
I'm not sure. I know that historically, Lindsay and Nat have been like, roll that shit, yo.
Well, let's roll that shit, yo.
Watch me botch.
In my game. Let's roll in my game, apparently. I guess it'll be rolling miscellaneous, or do you want to do scene 3?
I mean, just do scene 3. I think they preferred if they were still in like an actual scene, like a scene thing.
Okay, I'm gonna put Jesse and Sierra. Sierra. Pack. Pop. There we go. So I will roll the rolls. Y'all gonna roll. Why does it have to be raining?
Oh. Oh no. So Sierra kind of pulls out her knife and looks in. All right, so I'll see you there in a little. Oh no. Some bitch. Some bitch. Some bitch. Some bitch. God damn it. Hold on. Okay, luckily Sierra has enough successes to kind of be like, air, and kind of just shoves Ryan to
So
where he
Ryan
needs to go.
looks completely fucking dazed. Like he's gonna throw up on her feet. And then he'll gonna step back a little and put a finger up like, hold on, give me a second. He'll blink and shake his head. Every time I do that, it's like reading Lovecraft.
It's pretty bad. It's shit's happened to me before. It sucks.
Yeah, he'll just kind of like. It's one of those things where he thinks not that much time is passing. But about a full minute passes with him just kind of trying to refocus his eyes. He'll take his sunglasses off, his just brilliant blue eyes looking back at her, and shake his head. Okay, I'm good now.
Okay, great. You're making something about a mate. That's where you were.
He'll
That's what
nod.
you were talking on.
Yep. He'll slip his sunglasses back on. One thing that Sierra would notice is he almost never takes his sunglasses off, and it's probably because his eyes are unnaturally blue. And he'll just keep walking like Jesus. Have you ever seen me in my lupus form?
Once or twice.
He'll smile at her. I find it funny when people are like, "There's a damn coyote on the set. Why is there a coyote on the set?"
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that tripped me the fuck out. Okay, yeah, no, yeah, I have. I've seen your coyote farm. I mean, your lupus farm.
I mean, I got coyote blood. I keep trying to explain this to people.
I mean, I figured it out once you told me, and I was able to get down with it. I was like, okay,
I mean,
that's.
don't people realize that most Northern American wolves have coyote blood? Like, this is a thing.
I mean, there's a difference between wolves have some coyote blood, and I thought there was a coyote spirit on the set that I didn't know about.
I understand there's a difference between some wolves have coyote blood and some coyotes have some wolf blood. I get that. I am fairly certain with 76% assurity that I am a wolf with coyote blood and not a coyote with wolf blood. But I don't question it that much. I'll just walk. And he'll take her to the maze. It's actually pretty big. You've seen pictures of it, right? It's in the rumors.
Oh, the circular one?
Yes.
Yes.
It's flat, by the way. It's not like risen. Like it's like a mosaic almost. And he'll kind of motion to it like, I made this. She can also tell that there has been some. It's one of those things where he keeps doing spiritual things at it, so it's kind of starting to build up a little bit of spiritual energy.
Hmm.
And he'll smile like, I made it to meditate in.
This looks pretty cool. I remember hearing about this. Is there any particular reason for it, for making it? Or did you just want to make it?
I just wanted to make it. It gives me a spot to sing to Luna to. From. Sorry. But I was hoping one day to maybe make it a shrine.
Ooh.
A smile. I'd like to make it a I'd like to make it a shrine to like trickster and cunning and mystery.
So, coyote?
Yeah, pretty much coyote.
Okay.
You tell me on there, so you gotta be a little sideways about it. He'll put two fingers close together, like just a little bit.
Well, Keeper of the Land now?
He'll nod.
Okay. I have to ask that. I mean,
Yep.
if he didn't, it was going to be okay. We could just, go and ask.
No, I've talked to him. He's real nice about it. I was like, listen, I'm going to build me a nice old meditation circle, and if at some point it ends up a shrine, well then. I was thinking, I don't know, I find peace in uncertainty, you know what I mean?
I think I can follow.
Well, I mean, nothing's ever promised to us, and you never know where you're going to end up. The fact of the matter is, this life is uncertain. When you try to make sense out of it, and when you start thinking you got to figure it out, half the time that's when anxiety, the most stress of it, you know what I mean?
Okay. I can get that.
So I just find peace in keep in mind of the fact that form is emptiness and emptiness is form. You just accept that everything is a moment in time and you move through it. I got that as a tattoo on the back of my arm, actually. The Sanskrit for that saying.
Cool. All right. Mind if I see? Wait, where is it?
Oh, my arm. Unless the back of your arm is located someplace differently than the back of mine. He'll take his leather jacket off and drop it and pull the sleeve to his t-shirt up. And it's a line of Sanskrit that looks like it's mirroring itself as it goes along, because it is literally the word's form is emptiness, emptiness is form.
Ooh,
She would notice, by the way, that he has bandaging on his left arm, on the back of his forearm, right below his, like the elbow, crook of his arm part.
Is this from the fight yesterday?
No. When I heard the alarm go up and that people were arriving on scene, I realized that if we were being attacked, there was the possibility that we would be attacked from the Umbra as well. But I didn't see anybody checking on that side, so I stepped myself to the side. And I approached from the Umbra side. As there was no threat there, it meant I wasn't a part of the fight. And I was trying to extract Day's rays from that side, but I didn't get there fast enough. Well, actually, it's more that I got caught up crossing. I'm not too great at that, honestly. I need to practice. And yesterday I went to the Shrine of Fenris, and because I didn't spill any blood in the fight, I made a sacrifice to Fenris of my blood as a show. If that makes sense.
It does. Okay.
I ain't healed it because I'll shrug. I'm just going to let it heal naturally. I don't regret coming in at the Umbra side to make sure that we were covered on that front, but I regret not fighting next to my brothers and sisters and my daughter.
Yeah.
But she did good that fight. Had her first kill. I'm proud of her. Damn proud of her, actually.
Good on her. How's she feeling about it?
torn, which is good. I told her the fact of the matter is that the one thing that she always has to keep in mind is that when you facing somebody, person has a name, they have a life, they got a family. Even if that family is twisted or broken or corrupted, across from another person. Oh God, I hope you don't. God forbid you got to go after a friend. I told her that so she would remember to keep herself in check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember that every life that you take is precious, even if that life has been corrupted. You start seeing it otherwise, well, then you understand why it's so easy to fall to the worm.
Yeah.
I didn't see the litany stutter. Respect those beneath the honor of God. I consider black spiral dancers to be beneath me. I consider them to be the enemy. That doesn't mean I don't respect them. That doesn't mean I don't want them to suffer.
It's definitely a different way of looking at it.
Well, what's the alternative?
Equating it to punching Nazis. But that's just me. I'm not. I understand that, Tennant. But I do apply it to different things. And as much as I'd like to, as much as I would like to grab and redeem every BSD that I've come across, fortunately, too many of them are too far gone and actively trying to kill me.
There's got to be a way to do unto them what they do to us. There's got to be a way.
I mean,
there's got to be a clean mode. If they have, I heard that the whole dance the spiral thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works. I just know that people are afraid of it. Okay, I don't even presume to begin to know that. You're at the urge. Obviously, you know more than I do. But if they have a way to make us quote unquote dance the spiral, like air quotes with his fingers, then what is that to us? And if we don't have one, what can it be made? You say you want to come at this sideways. What if the way to fight the enemy is to find the way to reverse the dance, to break them free of the spiral?
That's something I'm definitely gonna have to think on, but it's certainly not the worst idea. We have a framework in the form of Desiree and everything going on with her right now. She may not be such an exception. Maybe if we get to some of these black spirals early enough. But I don't know.
I think I actually see a good pact goal forming between us. Smile at her softly.
Ooh, redeeming black spiral dancers or finding a way to do that?
We'll shrug. said you wanted to come at the worm sideways. You think the worm would be expecting that? Redeeming the fallen?
It's a very ambitious goal, but I suppose I've
Tell
been
me
called
we.
an ambitious person. I am here.
I was gonna say you do not seem like the type of woman to back down from a fight or a challenge. That's what I admire about you. You know, you have a heart full of fire, and I like that. Me, I got a head full of dreams and a mouth full of too much talk. Yeah, but I'm a Galliard. I told I told Kate yesterday that stories were just the art of memory. I got a lot of memories. And I remember how misguided I was for so long. I remember half the reason that Sep never threw me out was because they were afraid if they did, or I might go running with my. He'll just shake his head, smiling. Unspoken. And it's not just the spirals that run to the worm's embrace, you know. I was
Plenty of people do too.
Yeah, I was telling Kate about the story of the first well, no, yeah, the first Metis, the first Ronin. Spyro didn't take him in. Worm just twisted his heart. But if you think about it, what's better? If the worm is the source of destruction and the point of corruption, if you kill a black spiral dancer, which is a form of destruction, are you only serving the worm further in the end? Does that make sense?
It does. It definitely does. It seems like there's a lot of ideas we need to bounce off then.
Do you want to try to do you want to try to extend a welcome to Kate for our pack?
I would be more than okay with that.
I'm fine.
I like to think that me and Kate are on pretty good terms.
I don't want her to have to feel like she's got to choose between Lefty and I.
Oh, that's not a thing. That's not
He'll
that
look down and
that's
furrow
not.
his brow.
I don't look as close as packmates can get. We still do have relationships outside of that. We end up kind of having to, really.
He says very softly, and it's not a situation where this is speculation or supposed, but he's speaking from a place of assurity and knowledge. Why do you think I had to tell her the story of the first met us the other day?
is there's something else going on that I don't know about? Her eyebrows kind of arch. And if I could share gifts, there's a specific one that I would throw up. Actually, you know what? I have it on my phone. I'm putting it in the goddamn game chat.
He'll look up, being very careful. Like he's thinking carefully. Nothing that I don't think a father can't keep under control, if you understand me. But one of those things where she needed a father to control. Send her to a room crying. Hated to do it. But I'll shake his head. I think I got the point across. I think she's okay. It wasn't easy. Hurting her like that. I could see I hurt her. It was... If I could, I'd give her everything in the world to make her happy. Everything she ever wanted. But I can't. And I can't encourage that either. She's got to hurt. She's got to learn. She's got to know how to deal with herself in this world. But if she crosses that line, or that mistake is made, it goes beyond, I wouldn't stop anything from happening to her. After. And to hold her to the responsibility of what she's done. Because she knows better. I have told her. She knows the laws. She knows the ways. She knows she's playing a dangerous game. And personally, I think her and him need to be kept apart. And that they shouldn't be allowed to pack up together. But I'm not going to force that. And it's not because I don't like him. It has nothing to do with him whatsoever. I think he's a great guy, actually. I think he's smart. I think he's funny. I think he truly loves her and cares about her. But I also think that what lays in their hearts, if they join in the communion of packmates, is going to be too great of a temptation. But I also can't stop her. I can't make her choices for her. I can only make her deal with her choices. And it's not that I don't trust him. And it's not that I don't trust her. I do. I swear to God I do. But how many people who ended up holding a bleeding, screaming mess in their hands did it with the right mind? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's.
Do you
I
now
didn't know that was a thing.
do you now understand why I'm being so careful?
Yeah, definitely. It's
And why I'm trying so hard to give her a strong foundation and to be a good example.
yeah, definitely. That's I didn't know that that was an issue.
And I don't like bringing it up. I don't like talking about it. I don't like addressing it,
Of course.
but it is an issue. And it's one that I know that they don't think is an issue. And I know it's one where they think that their willpower can hold out. Okay? And I'm not saying that it can't. I'm not saying I don't trust her. I'm not saying I don't trust him. You know, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with distraction. It has to do with neglecting your kinfolk. It has to do with the worm seizing on that and tempting you. There's somebody in this sector right now that I would love to go and crawl into his arms, get to know him better. He makes my heart race every time I see him. And I see him frequently. Older than me. He's beautiful. He's handsome. He's strong. Trust me. I feel it here. He'll touch his chest. Hell, you know what? I could probably even get away with it, honestly, in the end. I'm a man. He's a man. Can't break the first law. He'll air quotes. Like, he doesn't believe that, but he could get away with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't. It ain't right. It just ain't right. So I keep a respectable distance from him. I don't let myself go there. Because I know that once that seed plants and once you have those feelings, that tiny sliver of the worm that lives inside of you can catch up on that and drive you and push you to more and more excuses and more reasons that it's okay. He'll nod. Look, can you do me a favor?
All right.
Can you keep this between you and I? Like,
Oh, of course.
keep an eye on her, but she ain't done nothing. And I don't think she will. I really don't. I don't think he will either. I don't think there's anything of it. But I think it's something that needs to be kept an eye on. I love that girl. I don't want anything to happen to her. And unfortunately, as a father, it means I gotta. That means gotta make harder choices about what I gotta keep my eye on and tell her, look, just you gotta stop this. You can't do this. You know.
Yeah.
It ain't to that point, but maybe with you keeping an eye on it too. You know, you can help me out.
Yeah,
Takes a
definitely.
village, right?
Of course, yeah. I know
I'll
one thing.
smile at her.
Could probably be our
What was
one
that?
of our first big one of our first big one of our first big projects here. Get everyone hooked up with nice kinfolk.
Have just one big old kinfolk meetup.
It's like, listen, guys, I know that some of you've been talking. I know that some of you've been checking us out. Make the moves.
You know, I have been working around the kinfolk a lot lately. We could do this.
We might fucking do this.
Are we the Fight Club now?
Might be. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna be playing fucking matchmaker. I never thought I'd do this shit. Or even
It's
think about it.
important for the propagation of our species.
Kinda. Yeah, yeah.
Totally
Also,
is.
the the, the the issue that you brought up, it certainly isn't one that I've definitely heard about it before. Not that specific instance, but other instances involving others, and it's definitely something that we need to keep in check.
I feel that the juxtaposition of our pack goals are perfect. We're matchmaker inquisitors. He looks at her like, you understand this, right? Like,
I mean, I see it as okay. Me personally, I see myself as a wizard that's just trying to help out on the home front.
I think. We definitely need a Philodox for this foray.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a voice of reason in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not even about keeping Kate away from Lefty. It's the fact that 2 Philodoxes in one pack when we need a Philodox. He'll shrug, like, I can't help that. That's just the way it plays out, okay?
I'm gonna plan this shit out. I'm gonna plan this out. I'm gonna see if I can't get some info. And we'll see how this goes.
Okay, but what? Because we talked about several things right here, right now.
Okay. We'll go with the immediate thing.
Okay.
Which is kinfolk matchmaking.
Okay.
Gonna find some. Gonna start looking around. Gonna start hearing some whispers and stuff.
Mod.
Start organizing shit.
We're totally 100% here. As a note, by the way, not to toot this horn, but Coyote is a fertility spirit, by the way.
We're gonna give another one to Coyote. There are a lot of spirits and that the Black Fairies know of that associate with fertility. So yay. I mean a lot, Ryan. There's a lot.
I can imagine. This is going to be magnificent. I'll smile at her. How about we go eat tacos? And we just let our ideas keep flowing for a little bit longer, and then we break for the day.
I'm down.
And when do you actually want to pack up? Like, when do you? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel it. I'm here.
I mean, like honestly, real talk. We could just. It could really happen whenever. Like I have the fucking right to do it whenever.
I mean, we could do it now. He'll just shrug, like.
Oh God, no.
Oh my God, he'll give the same look of that's not quite what I was thinking, but
like I'm not saying now because I don't have none of the chimneys we need. And we're still not sure what we're gonna summon, even though Coyote has some pretty good. Coyote's pretty. I know you're feeling Coyote pretty hard. You know,
Look,
Coyote
I'm
definitely
feeling Coyote.
points
I'm
for me.
feeling Coyote pretty hard, but I don't want to. I don't want to limit you. Okay. I don't know too. I just feel kind of like he'll just kind of think, and he'll like shake his head, and he's like, I don't know why. I feel like you ever feel like you were guided to a point for a purpose? I just
I mean, I'm.
mm-mm.
I was just gonna say. I mean, I'm partially at this set because I felt like I had a purpose here. So definitely.
There's a part of me that just kind of feels like there's just a bunch of paths coming together, and there is a part of me that feels like the little coyote paw prints are in front of us. You know what I mean? Like Coyote wants us for something. And that's why I'm a little drawn towards following him as a totem. But I don't want to tell you, hey, put your faith in me, put your trust in this and follow me with Coyote. Because I don't want to impose upon your agency. To me that seems like there's a level of put your agency aside because I basically feel that fate is at play here. You know what I'm saying? I'm really sorry I say that a lot. I know I do, and I don't try to sound so condescending. It's just blushes.
You're a Galliard. I'd be weirded out if you didn't sound a little bit. Yeah, so that's why that's partially why we should take the time. Also, make sure that really funny thing, spirits like just okay. Well, depending on the spirit, spirits in general do like some form of orthodoxy and religious religious practice, if you will. If we just start doing some of that, just generally, that does endear us quite a bit. Oh, see, she's talking about buying totem dots. Um,
Oh, well, see, I have dots, but I understand.
yeah.
Remind me, can totem be bought outside of downtime? I can't remember.
Not outside, I don't think.
Okay.
This is talking about in general, in case it takes like a long time. Also, because yeah, totem is a beautiful thing.
How many points out of game are you sitting on?
I'd have to check my sheet. I want to say 3.
Sitting on 1.
Yeah, so.
Okay. This is what we do. We go with tacos because I'm starving, and I got the munchies. He'll nod like he ain't even fucking denying it, and and we'll take the ball around a little bit more and then part ways for the day.
All right, I'm down. Let's do it.
And he'll nod, and I think we can end our scene there.
Yeah.
Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching.